Should you be excited about the release of a new sample pack? Normally I would say no. This time I would like to make an exception to the rule because we are talking about the brand new Human Beat Pack Volume 1 from Elysia. The sample pack contains over 50 loops, but these are not your traditional 2 or 4 bar loops. In fact, these are performances in itself, with own fills and different beat variations. Moses Schneider, the producer, sat together with the drummer. The way that the drummer played the beat, Moses would interact and set up a different miking technique or develop certain kinds of effects chains in order to create a special sound for that beat, and vice versa. If there was a sound that the drummer liked, then the drummer changed the way he played the drum kit. So this is a back and forth between the drummer and the producer, which is a very special technique, and you will hear that in the way that these loops are sounding. If you take a listen to some of those loops, you will notice that these loops are actually kind of melodic. You could use those drum loops in your production as tonal or melodic elements, which is really, really cool. So I think you get the idea. A huge variety of different beats, different tempos, and overall huge difference in tonality. So you can use that for a lot of different genres. This is not specialized for hip hop or specialized for electronic music. You can use that for so many different genres. It's really open and I love that. If you want to know more about the way that these loops have been produced in detail, you can head over to the Elysia site. There is a video about this. I link the video in the description down below. Because this sample pack is so open, I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and not do a electronic music beat. So no house beat, no techno beat. I wanted to come up with something that I wouldn't do normally. There has been this one loop that I really enjoyed, Zamba Oleg. I like the spice as well, so this is already a good match. Okay, to be fair, I'm not completely out of my comfort zone because it's a really dubby kind of beat. Actually, the way that these effects chains have been worked on that beat are in a live situation. So Moses really sat down on the desk and made those hall and reverb effects live. So pretty impressive. And you hear that. So you have now these 12 bars, and these 12 bars do not only contain a repetitive loop, but there are variations in that. So I took the liberty and extracted some loops that I really liked. I shortened a little bit the tail of those loops and put my XL305R on it to get an even more dubby feel. So I would automate that for production, and then I added more and more layers to that groove. Kind of dark feeling. So I pitched it up an octave, added the color copy, and the bass. And a lead. Really cool. Okay, this is completely something I wouldn't have done before, but I've tried to really come up with something unique and something that I wouldn't have done before. And also I try to get a little bit further into a production that is not electronic music, and I try to find a fill, and there was this end fill. Right. By the way, you see that those transients are not completely on point, which is good. That means that they have been untouched, and you still have the feeling of the drummer. And if you want to have it more tight, then of course nowadays play around with the transients and do that, but you have the actual feeling of that session, which I love. And I try to really come up with a break. Nothing too fancy, and then go back into the whole loop. And then you can play around, of course, with the automation. Add some more delays. Okay, so that was my try not to do electronic music, not to do a house track. If you think you can do it better than me, and I'm sure you can, there is a beat contest that you can join, which is open up until the end of February. Download the demo pack from the Human Beat Pack and then do your own beat based on those loops, and then you can show me that you are far superior in any type of genre other than house music than I am. Just kidding. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.